Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mystery Monday. Dun dun dun. What are we playing today? You'll see. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's loud. Gotta volume. I'd rather just turn it down in settings. Okay, that looks pretty good. There. How's the volume of the music? Is it too loud? Looks like it might be too loud. Not too loud. I'm trusting you here. Okay. Ja-jang! Today we are playing Vampire Slave, a yaoi visual novel. I think the volume is still too loud. What if I just turn this down a little bit? Yeah. Of course, it gets really quiet when I'm trying to manage the volume. Anyway, new game. Your voice is loud, I can't hear music at all. Well, wait, do you believe in destiny that even the powers of time can be altered for a single purpose, that the luckiest man who walks on this earth is the one who finds true love? Bram Stoker, Dracula. It's starting. It begins. How's the music now? It's making me nervous how loud it looks on my monitor. Music is okay. Meow. Okay. Hello, Toffee. Would you like to join us for the visual novel? Dear Talos. We've got a pickle here, my friend, a pretty sour one, too. The parents of Milo Bridges, a sophomore in the classical civilization program, ran into money problems. Milo came to me asking about our blood scholarships. I've already dealt with the student who blabbermouthed to him. Put it aside. That's not what's important here. Finally. Oh, Thally, trust me. I really don't trust the volume. Okay, whatever. Already dealt with a student who blabbermouthed to him. Put it aside, that's not what's important here. Trust me. After the usual due diligence, we granted Milo a scholarship. He was having his initial feeding with Professor Nigel, who immediately spit his blood all over my antique settee. What's a settee? Settee. Let's look it up. Oh, it's a couch. My dad told me that too. Okay. I know you're going to ask, so yes, it's the wing-backed one with the tuft silk. The very couch you sired me on. I will get it cleaned somehow, don't worry about that, focus. Nigel tasted cancer, a lot of cancer. We got Milo tested and it's bad, Thali. One of those you've only got a few months to live situations. I got the board together and we had a meeting with Milo and his parents. I tell you, this guy already looked worse and it's only been a week. All his headaches, nausea, and weakness made sense to him now. So I'll get to my point, which I'm pretty sure you've already guessed. We want him to become a familiar. Not just any familiar, but one of yours with all the powers and sacrifices that entails. Milo wants it, his parents want it, the board wants it. Let's save this young man's life. Thali, I know you're in between familiars, and I damn sure know Milo would be perfect for you. He's not just handsome, he's beautiful. 20 years old, crystal blue eyes, gorgeous blonde hair, muscled but not too bulky, and a great personality. He's already excited at the prospect. Get your butt over here and claim him. I say it's a done deal and you know you can trust me. Milo and his parents are convinced he'll be a great master. The paperwork's signed. Come to the university before Milo gets any sicker. Now your next question is, what about Jaggerin? Yes, they're still watching the campus. They even have student spies now, pretty obvious little fucks. I'll tell you about one in particular when we have some time. Jaggerin aren't conducting raids, aren't threatening us, aren't hassling us. Debbie saw me 2 years ago at the Albanian festival and said if we fuck up they'll know it and then we'll know that they know it. Her charming self as usual. I don't understand anything that's happening right now. There were at least 24 hunters with her at the time. The fact that they didn't try to grab me then confirmed what we already know. Well-behaved vampires are low on their list of priorities. I'm hoping you fall in the same category these days. That's probably a pipe dream considering who you are. But either way, they take half an hour to mobilize. You can perform the ritual and be in and out before the first hunter arrives. Milo's worth the risk, Thali. Don't let fear cost this poor guy his life. Come as quick as you can. I'm counting on you. So is Milo Blake, your familiar to be. With love, Luca Harlequin, President, Tabula Rasa University. Beautiful. Sir? University. Doherty? I am not good at names, clearly. It's perfect. It looks like we just opened the doors yesterday. Ah, yes, it's held up quite well for its age. If only I could say the same. If only I could say what? Oh, for himself, probably. Luca's doing a wonderful job with the place. I knew she... Slow down. Don't we wish to get in and out as fast as we can? I'm not asking you to drive slowly, just don't drive so fast that we draw attention to ourselves. Ah, yes, sir, very good. Here we are. They did know you were coming, yes? It's daytime, Doherty. She can't meet me outside. Of course, right. One does forget being around a vampire like you, sir. Pull in front here. There he is! Look at him! Please observe silence at all times. Is this a library? Oh. The new library! Oh my gosh, of course it's a library. What do we think? What do we think of this guy so far? I think he's pretty attractive. His eyebrows are a funny shape. Nice under-eye eyeliner. Or eyeshadow. I don't know if it's even makeup. It might just be his face. He's very pale. I guess that's why it's a vampire. It explains it anyway. The new library is huger than the one that stood in Alexandria. It smells of ozone and polypropylene carpet. So breathtaking, yet it must be ordinary to all these students. This many Americans together should be noisier. They're whispering? Hushed tones and reverence for all this knowledge? No, they're just following the rules. This new generation is particularly well behaved except when it comes to injustice. Their virtues and ideals are close to my own. Look at them. Young, fresh-faced, milling around the stacks of vigor. I wish I could embed myself into this place like Luca. I'd learn all about what drives the newest generation. Then again, as soon as you learn about one generation, there's already another ready to replace them. I'm wasting time. There you are. Luca. My friend remained as constant as the university. She hides her eternal 16-year-old form beneath a pile of makeup, hair extensions, and clunky jewelry. Even after all these centuries, I still become giddy at the sight of her. I snatch her small form in my arms for a hug. She holds me back, but her arms are weak. Really, but we haven't seen each other for a decade. You look as beautiful as ever. Beautiful is one word. I'm sorry, that's kind of rude. She reminds me of that, like, who is it? Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter with the glasses and the hair. I think that character was blonde, though, and she has, like, bluish, silverish hair. You look as beautiful as ever. I managed to hide the hurt in my voice. We've got to move along. Hurry. I wasn't followed. We got a rental car, an inconspicuous one. It's not about chagrin. You should have gotten here sooner, Thally. Milo's fading fast. So grief took the strength out of her hug. I feel guilty. I'm sorry, I had to wrap things up in Laos. You said he had months. It's only been weeks. Cancer decides its own schedule. Damn. Give me a minute to fetch him. You've got to do the ritual right away. Of course. I feel selfish and cruel. I should have left Laos the same day I got the letter, but I had so much to do. Milo suffered because of me. That's no way to start our partnership. I look around the room to try and distract myself. It smells of that herbal tea Luca drank when she was human and still drinks as a vampire. The bloodstain is there on the couch. It shouldn't bother me, but damn, there's so little of the old fine furniture left in the world. Trees barely have a chance to grow now. They're chopped down before they have enough rings to tell a story. I took the old woods for granted hundreds of years ago. Fine furniture was just an accessory to embellish a life of luxury. But then the old wood ran out. Furniture became flimsy and ugly, a cheap commodity. It gets harder every year to bring life to the same standard I once knew. This couch. She kept it all these centuries because it was where I'd made her. The bloodstain might be considered a fitting tribute. I realize its charm now. I know who you are. Oh. It's the, I'm guessing, Uke, probably? You're Strix Thalos, the oldest vampire in existence. My legs weakened below me. Luca was right. Despite her exaggerating how sick he was, the man would be the absolute perfect familiar for me. I couldn't have chosen better if I'd gone to that ancient bazaar in Ararat and browsed through 10,000 others. He was gorgeous. Blue eyes flecked with jade and strands of shimmering gold hair framing a face of exquisite beauty. It was then that I realized his voice, strong, full of conviction, so much passion in so few words. To introduce himself this way, without fear or hesitance, he made me yearn to dominate him. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, hello, disinterested Daniel. Welcome to Vampire Slave, a yaoi visual novel. Don't run away, I promise it'll be interesting. Probably. I don't know where this is going. I mean, I kind of know where it's going. Because it's a yaoi visual novel. However, if anything weird happens, I'll put up the break screen, okay? I won't let you guys see any peepees, I promise. I'll block it. Yes, I'm here for you. Now the veneer cracks and the fear he'd hidden with strong words shines through. Many mortals try to be brave before me. They often falter, but no, I shouldn't want that from him. He's sick and desperate. Feisty? Uh-huh, sure you will. Yes. I'll try to. You might see a glimpse of a peepee. This game was like rated for adults, so I don't know how far they're gonna take it. But we'll see. Everything's fine. I'm going to try and save your eyes. I'm sure there'll be plenty of warning before it gets too spicy. Last time you told me that, you slapped me in the face with a peepee. Whose? Don't be scared, Milo. What do you? I mesmerized him. The young man froze with his dewy red lips parted. Oh, look at his eyes. He's mesmerized. There, that's better. Sit with me. It's better this way. Let our love begin without pain or anguish or any other trauma for him. I made him wait too long for me. Now I'd make it up to him. You can hear and understand me, Milo, even though you're under my power. You were terrified. I put you at ease. I'm saving your life, but I'm also claiming your future. That's the deal, and I'll make certain you don't regret agreeing to it. I paused to consider my words, but then decided to tell the truth. There's no need for subterfuge between a vampire and his familiar. Milo, the truth is, I'm lonesome. I've never managed well as a solitary vampire. I crave companionship. It's always been my weakness. What I crave most of all is love, desire, passion. These things make eternity pass quicker. Love is what's carried me through the eons, Milo. I know Luca explained all this to you and your parents. You'll love me and love to serve me. I paused, wetting my lips and my mouth. I'm not usually so candid with someone who'd become my servant. This was an exceptional situation. I owed this man my earnestness. He'd made an incredible choice. Usually, the person who becomes my familiar has already fallen in love with me before we decide to enter this partnership. Love is meant to be freely given and accepted. I don't like to demand it. And yet, for you, there is no time. You understand and accept this. I'll give you the gift of life and health. You're granting me your love and devotion in return. I'm going to cherish you, Milo, for all the time we're together. Oh my god, he's doing it! Oh, it's happening! I'll treasure you. His blood tastes sweet, pure, and delicious. I have to force myself to break away after just enjoying a small amount of him. I crave so much more, but now it's my turn to give. I use my nail to break the flesh of my fingertip. Oh shit. Here, drink, Milo, drink and belong to me. As he eagerly gulps the blood from my finger, a vague memory fights to ascend in my consciousness. It's hard for it to breach the ecstasy coursing through me. A vague memory fights to ascend. Interesting. Dunno, but you had one. Thalos is a power bottom. I don't know about that. My familiar, my beautiful familiar, we are joined now. I'm linked to someone once more and it feels wondrous. A tender report, not quite love yet on my end, but strong, familial, and burgeoning with warmth. I'm no longer alone. The thought that hadn't quite surfaced in my mind strikes me now. Why wasn't his essence soured by the... What are you doing? A shock of electricity runs down my spine, curdling the blood in my stomach. Luca? Do you know who that is? Clearly not. It's Milo. That's not Milo. Milo's dead. My mind races. He coded. The doctors were in there with him trying to bring him back. I begged them to bring him back. But he's gone. He's dead, Thalos. He couldn't be saved. I thought you sent him to me. How could I send him? He couldn't walk. I was going to wheel him in. Then, who is... That's Dusty Holbrook. Holbrook? As in Deborah Holbrook? That's her son. For a moment, it's as though she spoke in an alien language. The words refused to permeate my brain. For God's sake, tell me you didn't bite him. This has to be a dream, a nightmare. None of this can be real. I stammer. I did. Tell me you didn't. I did the ritual. No, no, you didn't. You can't have. Undo it. Luca, you know there's no way to undo it. Why is the son of the leader of Jagrin in our... Because he's a fucking student here. He can't be. I told you they had spies. I was going to tell you about Dusty after we got Milo sorted out. No. No, Luca, that doesn't make any sense. He can't be. Shut up. It does make sense. We're one of the most prestigious universities in the country. Debbie knew we'd not only accept her son, we'd give him a full fucking scholarship just to kiss her ass. This is insanity. I was glad he enrolled. His being here meant it was less likely for them to raid the fucking place. It was a win-win. I continue reeling. My mind needs to catch up to the facts. Win? Free Ivy League college for that bitch's son? Free pass for us to keep existing? We weren't supposed to fuck with him. I said Milo was half dead. Why would you think this was... I thought you exaggerated. Fuck you, you fucking idiot! These are the harshest words she's ever said to me, but they're justified. For a moment I remember the quiet library. Our voices had to be ringing through the shelves. You said he had blonde hair and blue eyes and was perfect for me. This man is perfect for me. Didn't you taste his blood? Didn't you wonder why it didn't taste like cancer? I got caught in the moment. Aw, look. Is he blushing a little bit? No, I don't think so. Everyone's freaked out. You will see, and this is where he transforms into a bottom. He's gonna get pegged. It's not called pegging if it's between two guys. Unless you think she's gonna peg him, but I don't know about that. I don't know what their relationship is. Oh god, no, this can't be happening. You've killed us all, Thalos. For fuck's sake, what's wrong with him? I put him in a trance. She begins to sob. I feel as though my guts are being wrung out like a sodden t-shirt. How many of the vampire staff were on campus? Would all of them be destroyed? We need to evacuate. It's still daylight. We need to hide. As if on cue, I hear the stomping of boots up the library stairs. Of course, Dusty must have called them the moment he saw me. Under any other circumstances, I'd transform into mist and drift into the ventilation system. A far more sickening alternative unfolds in my mind. I'll surrender. I'll surrender and take full responsibility. They'll kill you! They don't know how to kill me. Open this door! Jaggerin soldier. It's unlocked. Whoa. It's been so long since I suffered a Jaggerin raid that I forgot the procedure. They brandish stake crossbows and throw fistfuls of rosaries at us, forcing me to turn into mist after all. Aye! A soldier clad in green fatigues puts a heavy silver crucifix around Luca's neck. Her flesh sizzles where the cross touches her. I cringe in my misted form. She can't turn into a bat now. There's no escape. Had I doomed her? Had I doomed the whole university? Oh, oops. Well, I better save it. Okay. It's always a good idea to save. Duh, the chick is gonna peg him. Angry pegging. Okay, sure. Dusty? Dusty! What the fuck did you do to my son? Luca holds the chain of the crucifix gingerly to keep it from touching her skin. She drops to her knees and begs. Tears of blood stream down her cheeks. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please have mercy on us. We'd never... What's wrong with him, you dumb cunt? Oh my gosh. She didn't do it. It was me. My disembodied voice echoes strangely. I put him in a trance. If you'll stop throwing rosaries a moment, I'll return to solid form and break my hold over him. Oh, if only it were that simple. She glowers at my vapor and then tips her nose to the men in fatigues. Fall back to the landing. The foot soldiers go, closing the door behind them. That leaves Deborah, Dalton, and Harrison. I know Deborah trusts Dalton. He's rumored to be Dusty's father. Oh. I return to my corporeal form and release Dusty. Mom! Seeing a maternal Deborah comforting her child is surreal. I've only known the woman as a vicious hunter whose cackling laugh rings loud and she... Oh. Rings loud as she dispatches vampires, probably? Are you okay, baby? What happened? What did he... He bit me. Jesus Christ. Luca and I both grimace at the painful name. I struggle to keep my composure. Luca, meanwhile, looks to be in the throes of a panic attack. Things are astronomically more dangerous for her than for me. My urge is to stand between her and the stake crossbows, but any provocative act could hasten her death. Did he do a fucking blood ritual on my boy? She put it together so fast. I have to start talking just as fast before she decides to murder Luca in a fit of rage. It was a mistake. I came here to... You're damn right it was. Take a sick student as my familiar to save his life. You fucking... Luca left to fetch him and Dusty walked in here to confront me. I thought he was the sick student. Idiot! You think I'd buy that for one fucking... It's true. I swear it's true. Milo Blake was the sick student and he's dead. He died right after Thalos got here. Thalos was too late. He's in the clinic with his parents right now. You can see for yours. Shut it! I feel weird. You fix this, vampire. Fix it right now or this bitch and every single bloodsucker in this college gets exterminated. I seal my mouth shut tight since my lips had been trembling. Luca holds herself while sobbing on the floor, but as for me, I found a strange moment of calm. Alright, let me cast the reversal spell on him. Luca quiets and lifts her head towards me. It's utter bullshit, but what else could I do? Shrug my shoulders and tell her to get on with the exterminating because there's no way to undo this? I need to touch his neck. Get on with it. Familiar, be my servant no longer. I revoke the power of my blood and the seal of our ritual. I touch his neck and erase the bite mark. Healing mortals has always been one of my powers. You are free. You okay, baby? I lift Luca to her feet to make our escape while they're distracted. It will be obvious to Dusty that he's still under my power. All I did was bias a little. Yeah, I'm better now. Time? What? For a moment I think I've discovered a new power, but then I snap out of it. No, I sense the sacred connection I have with my familiar. A potent link still unites us as master and servant. Thank God for small favors. There's going to be a reckoning for this vampire. You fucked with the wrong kid. Deborah, please, it was a mistake. You know we'd never... Shut the fuck up. I'm busy calculating how many of you to kill over this. Don't kill them while I'm still attending here. You have any idea how awkward that would be? You're not staying enrolled here. Mom? He's only got one semester left, Deb. Just find them or something. Oh, just find them or something. There's too many people in this room right now. All because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants. Welcome to being a guy. Yeah, how about a graduation gift? Say $100,000? That hardly makes up for... Luca purses her lips. I'm about to remind her I have a fortune and we'd be lucky if they only... I agree. A $100,000 award, a $100,000 award to Dusty for scholarly excellence, paid upon his graduation. My head is spinning. Had we really escaped our doom? How is any of this even possible? 250,000. Nice. And I want to see this other kid who supposedly died. $250,000. Got it. And you want to see Milo? Yes, ma'am. Right away. No trouble at... Surrender, Thalos. Harrison, put the cross on him. I rear from the brigadier, causing a scowl to germinate on Luca's face. I don't begrudge her for this. Yes, they'll torture me, but she just bought the lives of the whole faculty for $250K. And I have a week to settle some affairs. No. I must insist, Deborah. I can't let you take me now. Give me a week and then I'll surrender. We don't have to give you shit. You come now or this bitch gets it. Mom, let me graduate first. This isn't the locale for a full onslaught, Debbie. Too much collateral. He may not get another chance. Oh, we may not get another chance. No, Dal's right. We're going to be too busy with the operation to deal with him right away. Surrender in 1 week, Strix. You don't show, one of your faculty gets dusted. Another week passes, another pile of dust. Ugh, you can't wait until May? Come on. Luca pulls off the cross carefully and flings it to the nearest trash can. I latch the door behind them. I'll surrender as promised. I owe it to you after screwing up like this. You deserve a good whack in the nuts over this, not to get tortured for 100 years. Don't worry about me. You've got bigger problems. I thought the blood ritual couldn't be undone. That's the bigger problem. I didn't undo it. Dusty's lying. What? Why would he? I don't know, but he is, and thank goodness for it. How long until he stops lying? I shake my head. Part of me still hopes all of this has been some bizarre dream. What am I supposed to do, Thalos? Do we run? I continue shaking my head, now with upturned hands. Maybe my surrender will placate them? Move it, vamp! Coming! Fuck. This is going well. This is going very well. Night passes and morning comes. I still feel Dusty's presence as though his handsome ghost has possessed me. Placate. Okay, there we go. Placate. as though his handsome ghost has possessed me. It was no dream, all of it, every absurd moment had been real. I'll be their prisoner for a while. A while? How long is a while? I don't know. Now I had to box up my undead life and store it away. I had to hope that someday in the future I'd still have some semblance of life to return to. How long? I've no idea. Last time they caught me, it took more than 30 years to escape. Christ, 30 years? Ow, careful with your language, Jacob. Oh shit, sorry. Who's going to be the lead on the Laos BH? What the heck does BH stand for? Oh, Brigadier is said like Brigadier. Brigadier. The Laos BH. Give it to Polani, he's ready. And the other hotels, are we still expanding? Continue business as usual. Hector, you need to take the reins. We're canceling the gala, right? No, business as usual. Nothing's usual about this. Why don't you run? I can't run this time. You shouldn't have gone to the university in person. It was the only way. What's done is done. Send Luca $250,000. Take it from the general fund. Everyone is sick over this, Thalos. It's not just about what you're doing to the company. What about us? We care about you. I know. And I'm sorry. Redeem drink! Drink time! It's not as good as water to a vampire, but... Oh wait, it's not as good as blood to a vampire. What the heck? You could use one, you're reading a lot. Yes. Oh, everyone, if you have an Alexa, you might want to mute this part. Alexa, call Kasem. Calling Kasem Saitang. Damn. Hello to you too. You're not serious, are you? Fuck, Thali, I don't have any blood left. I got lightheaded going up the stairs. You've got a drinking problem, man. I don't need to be fed. I want some company. Come on, traffic is horrible right now. In 4 days, I'm giving myself up to an organization whose sole mission is to find a way to kill me. I'll be tortured. Don't guilt trip me. I don't want to be alone tonight, Kasem. You don't want to be alone any night. Get a boyfriend or something. Someone who's actually gay. I've been meaning to tell you, I thought you were gay when I hired you. I paused to reconsider my words, as I so often do in this new age, but then decide I don't care. You're effeminate. And you're old. Wake up, dude. I'm just a normal guy who's in touch with his feelings. That doesn't make me gay. Not every guy is like not every guy is like full of toxic masculinity and shit. Please keep me company tonight. No, Thali, I need to have a life, you know, and I'm tired because you drank like a pig this morning. I mean, I feel bad for you and stuff, but it'll be an hour in traffic. Call someone else. Who? I don't have anyone, Kasem. Don't guilt trip me. Oh my god, it's not fair. I'm hanging up, okay? Goodbye. Now what? My other feeder can't leave her children alone. A pity. She would have been happy to spend time with me. I've accumulated so few friends in this era. I almost wish I still sired new vampires. At least those friends usually last past a century. Perhaps being imprisoned by Jagrin again will be a blessing. I'll never be alone there. What am I thinking? Oh, it has Kidoku. They're using like line. Was this Japanese? That's weird. I wonder if this was a Japanese game. I look through male escorts online and become depressed. I'm too tense over surrendering to want sex. I just want someone here with me, a real person, not the ghost of a familiar I can't ever be with. I'm tired of facing all my burdens alone. Let me check my messages. Maybe someone I've hooked up with before will do. I'd love to see you again, Winky Face. Hey, sexy, hit me up. How could Deborah have given birth to such a handsome son? For real, please stop texting me. Okay, fine. Damn, I swore I'd stop daydreaming about him. See you at Beltane, mio caro, Caleb. It's no use, I'm in his thrall. When I close my eyes, I see his blonde hair glistening. Our souls are linked, and it's like a fishhook has rooted in my heart. I detest that I must resist his pull. Good night, my prince. You saved Luca's life, Dusty. You saved the entire facility. Talos, I think I've fallen for you. Why? Hey, wanna go get some blood? No, stop obsessing. He's still the offspring of your worst enemy. That hottie Rain is back in town. That only makes me question it more. Why did you help us, Dusty? What is mine is yours. Did you actually be kind? Kinder than your mother? Merciful? Did going to my university cause you to see vampires in a different light? Hey, want a snack, Rabbit? Oh, how I want that to be true. My sweet Dusty. You could be the one to broker peace between Jagrin and the vampires. You're beautiful. You're kind. My perfect familiar. With gorgeous red lips. So kissable. I guess I am horny after all. Maybe I can find an escort who looks like him. No, they all fall short. I want you, Dusty. I want you by my side. There's no point to this. I'm going to bed. He's crying. Dusty? He glances at me but doesn't stop crying. His face is swollen from the tears. My throat grows tight just to see it. What's happened? Why are you here? You think I want to see you right now? Why are you crying, Dusty? Is it because of what I did to you? I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, fuck off. You really think you're that important to me? You've got nothing to do with it. A fresh volley of sobs come from him. My chest aches. What's happened? She's gone. He barely gets the words out before breaking down once more. This wasn't trivial pain. His anguish was palpable. Who? How? What's going on? Questions make my tongue itch, but he's in no condition to answer. Besides, this is just a dream. The man before me is a fiction of my own mind. I don't know why I'm dreaming of him crying, but the fact that this isn't real liberates me. I allow myself to do what my heart yearns for. Don't come near me! Aww. He resists at first, just as my true Dusty might, but then he relents to the comfort of my arms. Aww. I hold him tight as his body continues to tremble with more quiet sobs. Oh, my sweet Dusty. Let me protect you. Oh, multiple boots accessing the penthouse. Oh, multiple boots accessing the penthouse from the roof. It has to be Jaggerin. But we had an agreement. I have 4 days left. Surrender, Thalos! What are you doing? I agreed to surrender in 4... He missed it. Activate the vac. Vac? They vacuumed him up? They vacuumed him up? Activate the vac. Oh my god. That's one way to do it. Vacuum up a vampire. What the hell? It sucked me into a vacuum cleaner. This is ridiculous. Why are you doing this? I was scheduled to. The asset has been obtained, returning to base. Damn it. Why would they do this? They threatened to kill my faculty if I didn't surrender. They know I won't allow that. They couldn't wait 4 damn days? Is this alright? Can I go in early? Things are under control at work. What else did I need to do? Fuck, no, work may be fine, but I haven't even started with my personal concerns. I still need to deal with my investment accounts. Doherty needs a power of attorney from me. It's not okay for them to snatch me early. The acid is leaking! He's leaking! I think not. Turn up the power! I'll see you in 4 days as I promised. Get him before he's... Impatient brutes. That was the courier. That was the courier. He's taking the signed power of attorney to your assistant. Fumes. Thank you, Luca. You're sure you don't want any tea? What I want are answers. Why would they be so impatient? Just strategic bullshit, I reckon. Figured they'd grab you before you had a chance to change your mind. Yes, that, or that little shit told on us? It had crossed my mind. Damn it, they'll hit here next then. Don't panic, we don't know if that's what happened. I need to panic. I've got over 200 vampires working here who don't want to get dusted. Is that why they named him Dusty? Because they dust vampires and stuff? Dude, his name is so funny. What are you doing? Hacking. We cracked their network last month. Look at this setup. Wow. Oh. Luca's skills with technology always astounded me. 40 years ago, she managed to not only connect a VCR to a black and white television, but she also figured out how to program it to record episodes of Laverne and Shirley while she slept. I haven't had time to go through everything, but if they're planning a strike, I'll damn well know about it. I wonder, how practical is it for them to do a SWAT-style raid on an Ivy League university? Jagrin isn't above the law. Oh, Jagrin isn't above the law. They can't be careless. They've done that shit before. You know they're all self-righteous zealots. Holy fuck. What? Deborah's dead. Oh. What? She's gone. But that was just a dream. Yesterday, they were in Canada after a vampire named Johan, maybe? Johan? He got her, taken prisoner, presumed dead. Viscera matching her DNA, too much for her to have survived. Ew. Johan who? Is there a description? Doesn't say. You know him? Possibly. Hopefully not. For fuck's sake, it says here he was killing and drinking 100 people a night. That can't be right. 100? No. It's him. How the hell are we ever going to make peace with Jaggerin when there are psychos like this out there? Who the fuck is this guy? Did they get him? No. She scrolls and types for a while. Panic builds in my middle like a geyser due to erupt. They've been after him for over 50 years. What is he, some fucking super vamp? No offense. No. No, no. No, no, what? Is this one of your sirens, Thalos? Yes. 100 per night, it must be him. Oh god. This guy is setting vampires back into the Dark Ages. Who the fuck is he? I take a few sobering breaths to calm myself, then I let my mind drift back to the days when I was a monster, a time I'd so dearly like to forget. He's the last vampire I ever sired. It was in Saxony during the Reformation. He was stunningly beautiful. Luca rolls her eyes, but I ignore her. He became my lover when I was sinking into my worst depression. His merchant father had drank himself to death and left his family saddled with debt. I lavished him with gifts. I even bribed the court to title him as a noble. The next year, the duchy was dissolved and he lost his holdings. He threatened to leave me if I didn't transform him into a vampire. I caved to him as I always did. He left me anyway. He went to France to feast on the Carnegie? Oh, carnage. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. He went to France to feast on the carnage caused by their first civil war. I followed him when he wrote me a letter asking for money. He told me he was going to consume so much mortal essence he'd become the strongest vampire in the world. 100 sheep a night, he said. Great. I was done with killing by then, Luca. I was on my way to redemption. He called me weak. Eventually, he stole my jewels and tried to kill me while I slept. That's when I finally left him. I know my mind wasn't right back then, but still, he broke my heart. Fuck you and your heart. I I worked my entire undeath to give vampires the right to exist. This son of a bitch is ruining things for all of us. Now he's killed the leader of Jagarin. Is it Jagarin, maybe? Jaegerin? No, Jaeger is spelt differently. I'm gonna keep saying Jagarin. Jaeger is spelt differently, isn't it? Jaeger? Arctic breeding skuas? McJaggerin? Jaeger. Jagger. Wonder what happens if I type in Jaggerin. Oh. Jaggerin, maybe. Or, yeah, Jaggerin. It's a feminine noun. Remember that in German, both spelling of the word and the article preceding the word can change depending on. Oh, it means huntress or huntswoman. So it's probably pronounced Jaggerin, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, huntress.
Jägerin.
What?
Jägerin.
Jaggerin?
Jägerin.
Oh, what if it's this one?
Jägerin.
Jaegerin.
Jägerin.
Jaegerin. Oh my god, it is Jaegerin. Alright then. Now he's killed the leader of Jaegerin. That's fucking perfect. He's put a target on every vampire's heart. It's going to be a dust storm. If you made this freak, then you need to kill him. You should have done it back then. She's right. I should have. I saw his monstrous potential even then, and yet I faltered. I was love's willing fool even during that age when I had been truly evil. You're going to go to Jaegerin. You're going to tell them what you know, and you're going to help them get him. If you don't take care of this Thalos, so help me, I'll take care of it. I'll fix this. I'll do it for Dusty. Fuck Dusty. You haven't said 10 words to Dusty. Do it for us. Do it for the good vampires who just want a right to live on this planet. We've played by the rules. We've bowed and scraped and kissed Jaegerin's ass, and this fucking bastard is going to get us all killed. We're already on thin ice here because of you biting the Prince Royal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dusty. Go. Leave. Now? Yes, now. You finished dealing with your accounts and shit, right? I went through a checklist in my head. Was I really ready? There was still the penthouse. No, Helen would see to that with Doherty. And the car. I was stalling. Of course I was. Who would be eager to... Oops. Well, we might as well save while we're here. That happens when I click the right button. I wonder what these buttons do. Oh. Is there voice? I haven't heard any voice yet. Oh, I don't want to go home yet. Okay, of course I was. Who would be eager to surrender to their tormentors? Surely there was something legitimate I could mention as an excuse. The world is such a complicated place to disappear from now. I remember a time when all you had to do was... Stop stalling and go! I'm going. Strange. I never thought I'd make it this close to Jaegerin's headquarters. I expected them to grab me on the way over or as I came out of the subway station. Now I'm walking through the front doors. Is this even real, or am I still trapped in an elaborate nightmare? Hello? Good morning! Yag Incorporated, please hold. Oh, Yag, probably. What can I do for you? I have no idea what to say. Hello. Hello, how may I help you? I'm expected, but I'm early. My name is... Who are you here to see? Dusty. Dalton, General... Mr. Dalton? And who might you be? Thalos. His forced smile tells me he has no— oh, it's a guy, oops. His forced smile tells me he has no idea who I am. How can that be? Aren't I notorious among them? Dalton, Mr. Thalos is here to see you. A dust storm like when Thalos sees Dusty's O-face. Ew! Thalos, Oh, a white man, early 30s, tall, long black hair, black clothes, long black trench. Hello? I hear his feet begin thumping at the word tall. Jesus H. Christ. Ouch. Dusty, his face is swollen from tears, just as it was in our dream. Move, demon, let's go. Oh wow, handcuffs. Those are some cool handcuffs. It took every iota of my will to let them chain me. The silver crossed cuffs neutralized my transformation powers. There's no way out. And so my latest imprisonment at the hands of Jaegerin begins. Last time they had me was also due to a surrender. I wanted to die. I thought they could kill me. Instead, I endured decades of diabolical torture. I'd felt it had been what I deserved, but I couldn't bear it for eternity. I escaped. Back then, gas lamps were still more popular than electric. Horse-drawn carriages vastly outnumbered cars. What new tortures have they concocted in the modern age? My self-pity briefly distracts me from Dusty's presence. My mom's dead and it's your fault! What? I swear to you, I had nothing to... I couldn't concentrate on our mission because of that fucking curse you put on me. I should have known it was a trap. We never should have gone there. Oh, he doesn't really blame me. He needs an outlet for his pain. I'm a convenient target. There was no way we couldn't have known, Dusty. There was no way we couldn't have known? How can I be sure? He's in my head. You didn't undo the blood ritual, vampire. Whatever hocus pocus you pulled at the campus was bullshit. Well, the jig is up. You fix this now. It can't be fixed. Dusty exhales painfully. He already knew this. The anguish he now endures enabled an easy resignation to his fate. I healed the injury to his neck and pretended to lift the curse to buy some time. I hadn't expected Dusty to play along. And what do you think is going to happen now? No, don't move on. Explain this to me, Dusty. What instinct did you follow in that brief moment that led you to protect us? It's clear he and Dalton have already discussed this. I'm the only one present who's exempt from the knowledge. It was a mistake. You saw Milo. You know it's true. Don't punish Luca and the faculty for my crime. You have me. Make me pay for my mistake. Not good enough. Then let me make it up to you by catching Johann. How do you know anything about that? I manufacture a quick lie rather than add to Luca's jeopardy. Our minds are connected now, Dusty. I felt your grief. I learned what happened through your thoughts. For fuck's sake, are you kidding me? I'm a liability. You heard him. No, you're not. He's our prisoner. It's hopeless, Dal. How can I lead when I'm under this monster's control? The insult makes me wince. I chide myself inwardly for this. Of course he considers me a monster. What had I expected? Does he look in control of anything? We have him. He could order me to let him go. He could order me to go with him. I have to do anything he orders me to. Dusty. I won't take control of your mind. I won't order you to let me go. I wasn't captured. I surrendered. Dalton nods in a fleeting moment of solidarity. I don't want to harm Jaegerin or any of its members. My goal and the goal of my sect has always been to make peace with your organization. I'm not going to abuse our connection. And you're not going to tell anyone about it. As far as everyone knows, you lifted the curse off him. No other vampire can reverse a blood ritual, but you can. Because you're different, special, and that's what we're going with. You keep this connection between you and Dusty top secret, or by God, you're getting cement shoes and thrown in the holy water swimming pool. Gah! I promise to keep it secret, I swear it. I won't do anything to hurt you, Dusty. Don't talk to me like that. My voice had veered too close to lovingly. Again, I chid myself. This wasn't the realm of daydreams. The true man sat before me, and he despised me. Still, it was difficult not to stare at his radiant face. You are my enemy. There's nothing else between us. Now his voice edged toward tears. He was telling these things to himself. I'm not your familiar. I'm not your friend, and I'm damn sure I'm not your boyfriend. Doth he protest too much? Stop it, Thalos. There's no humor in this situation. I reminded myself that the torture could begin at any time and might just involve a dip in a holy water swimming pool. He ain't your slave either. No, you're my slave, vampire. You're my bloodhound to sniff out Johann, my dog. You're going to use every connection you have, every resource you have, and you're not going to stop until he's dead. I agree. No, that's not how you talk to me. You say, yes, master. Oh, man. The awkward request exposes a touch of immaturity. He's what, 20? 21? He likely plays a game with 10-sided dice. I managed to keep both my face and voice neutral. Yes, master. Where's Johann? I don't know. You sired him, didn't you? There's no connection between a vampire and their sires. They aren't like familiars. Then what fucking use are you? I may have a contact who knows where he is. A vampire? Call them. You shut your mouth when you speak to me. That is the vibe. That's definitely the vibe. I've yet to meet a vampire who will share something so easily traced as a phone number. They're scared of you, and they must be scared of Johann. I have some email addresses, but likely no one will communicate about him on record. There's a gala Wednesday in Laos. Your new Blood Hotel grand opening, right? Yes. This bare concrete cell gives me hope. The last cell they put me in had crosses on the walls, floor, and ceiling. Are we going to be able to mobilize that fast? Looks like we have to. You need to guarantee amnesty to any vampire that helps us. Fuck off, Strix! Strix? No one calls me by that name. He's been reading ancient texts about me, studying me. If any of your contacts are killing people, we're dusting them, period. None of the vampires I associate with kill people. But he already knows this. Let's get started on this. Just a moment. Dalton approaches the bars of my cage. It's not within him to exit without making a final threat. Stay out of Dusty's head. You mess with him, and I'll tattoo a crucifix to your face. I shudder at his creativity. Yes, sir. May I ask a question? What the fuck do you want? What about school, Dusty? Aren't you going to graduate? That's none of your fucking business! The pause, however brief, tells me I struck a nerve. I'm asking to make sure Luca and our staff are still safe, certainly not because I'm concerned about Dusty's future. No, it's not, but I've lost the chance to graduate. Your kind has destroyed my future. You're graduating! After we take out Johann, you're going back and finishing up. Good, that implies there will be a school to go back to. If we take out Johann. Dusty is going to clown college. Oh, we're getting that son of a bitch, you can count on it. Ugh. Curl up on the mattress on the floor. Rest was a luxury I knew not to take for granted while in the custody of Jägerin. They'd once attempted to kill me through sleep deprivation. It sounds absurd, but they'd tried nearly everything else. It hadn't worked, but it did drive me mad. Apparently I became so depraved I frightened workers. They relented. I realized what a blessing sleep had been to my existence. It broke the eons into bite-sized chunks. Whenever I was at my most miserable, I remind myself of how fast the night would pass. Surely I can endure just one more. When I couldn't, there were the deeper slumbers, buried far below the ground, too deep for the mortals to disturb me for 100 years, 1,000 even. I'd slept through the beauty and wonder of ancient Greece. Dolore one of my most ancient sires never let me forget this. But what is beauty to weary eyes? What is existence to one who's seen eternity? It took no less than eternity to accept my immortality. I found my religion, the thing that would light my path forward and forever grant me hope. Love, the thing that can spark even a dead man's heart. Without love to carry me, I would be buried deep and in a sleep like death, hoping that this time somehow I would never manage to awaken. You notice he went to Jagco during the day, right? And he's a vamp that sleeps at night. Yeah, I guess he has some special powers and stuff. Yet here I am, a prisoner to my cruelest enemies, spat on by the object of my infatuation. And yet I am riveted. I know a hope so clear one would think my feelings were reciprocated. Oh, my dear Dusty, you've granted me new purpose. I don't think he's really a vamp, lol. I don't know. He's been alive for a really long time. I must have fallen asleep deeply because when I awoke it was with a jolt of panic. Operatives came to get me, but in my mind I was back in my penthouse and they had invaded once more. I was already halfway down the corridor before I had my bearings. They placed me at the foot of a conference table with 2 guards stationed behind me. I hazarded a glimpse toward Dusty. Deep wells beneath his eyes told me he'd been awake as I slept. Keep your hands on the table where we can see them, vampire. I comply with a jangling of my shackles. Most of you are unfamiliar to me. I am Thalos, the first and most ancient vampire, and you? We know who you are. He's the first and most ancient? Damn. Maybe some introductions would be appropriate. The woman said this. I already like her. The less he knows, the better. This was from the man seated next to Harrison, which is this guy, I believe. He attempts to hide his fear of me with outrage. I wonder if he too has studied ancient texts of me, the ones that had described me at my most heinous. I'm gonna save again. How do I save? Save. Yes. We have to work with him. Starting on my left, General Dalton, second in command. Brigadier Davis, she shares the third in command rank with Brigadier Harrison on my right and Brigadier Martinez beside him. I would remember Martinez as the coward. I'm grateful to Dusty for the introductions, but dare not thank him. Let's get started. Just a moment, I'd like to formally protest having a meeting with a vampire present. I don't care how screwed up the situation is, we don't work with their kind. You don't care? My mother's dead. Obviously he cares about that. Look, Thalos is a means to an end. Once Johann is destroyed, we can put all our focus on killing him. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Charming. I just want my protest noted. Gotta get comfy. I second his protest. It's noted, let's get on with this. There's a vampire gala at the New Blood Hotel in Laos on Wednesday. So there's going to be a raid after all? We could have been planning this for months. Shut up and listen, Harrison. I beg your pardon? We're not raiding the gala. Why the hell not? Because there's just too many characters. Maybe I'll give Martinez a country accent or something. Or no, maybe Dalton. I'll give Dalton a country accent. Gonna start calling him Phallos. Like phallic. Because we're going there to get leads on Johann. Dusted vampires can't tell us anything. Tortured vampires can. That information isn't reliable. We're attending the gala. Thalos is our ticket in. Who's Davis? The woman? We're going to send operatives into a blood hotel? Just how big of a team are we talking? Me, Thalos, and 2 operatives. I'm thinking Depasquale and Everett. I'm not comfortable with that. If things go south, you'll be surrounded by vampires. We'll have teams set up a perimeter. One word from them and we bust in with crossbows blazing. Crossbows blazing. Davis. We might not get to them in time. The safety of our leader and operative shouldn't be compromised. Yeah, this whole thing is just, we need information. That means infiltrating the gala and talking to Thalos' contact. There is no danger to Dusty or your operatives. Shut it, vampire. When we want your input, we'll ask for it. I want it. Talk. These vampires don't want trouble with Jaegerin. Even if they recognize you, they're not going to attack. They'll tolerate your presence so long as you don't bust in with crossbows blazing, particularly if I'm with you. It will be seen as an encouraging sign. All good vampires want a peace treaty with Jaegerin. Martinez scoffs, spraying spittle toward me. Is that what you think you are? A good vampire? I got a list of at least 1,000 victims who would beg to differ. You know that I haven't killed anyone for centuries. Yep, lol. We don't know that. Let's stay on topic. I agree that the danger to us will be minimal. I was attending a university where the entire faculty are vampires barely more than a week ago. They don't fuck with us. Thalos bit you. He performed a fucking blood ritual on you. Harrison's dramatics aren't to mask fear. His revulsion toward me is genuine. I might almost respect him for his candor. It was a mistake and he fixed it. I said stay on topic. I would ask that the radio contact is maintained every moment our team is inside. The risk could be minimal, but we don't know who's going to show up to this thing. What if Johan decides to go? He wouldn't demean himself by attending a gala I'm throwing. And why not? What about launching an attack on your gala? He has no idea that Jaegerin will have a presence there. He's most likely nowhere near Laos. Why wouldn't he attend your gala? What's your history? I'm hoping Brigadier Davis will ignore him again with another question for me, but she doesn't. The room is silent, waiting for an answer. I sired him. We already know that part. We're ex-lovers. We had a bad breakup. Another spray of spit. It's not my preferred fluid when it comes to mortals. Still, if this much is being expelled from him, he's probably incredibly juicy. Okay. Damn, I'm hungry. Dalton, you'll lead the strike team guarding the hotel's perimeter. About that, I should be with the infiltrating team, and you should be on the outside, Dusty. I told you, I take the lead on all Johan operations. I know what you said, but you're our leader now. You shouldn't be risking your life. You have to delegate. This won't work. This won't work if Dalton replaces Dusty. Says who? Anyone else think of him piping in whenever he feels like it? Dusty will draw far less attention than General Dalton. Dusty looks like someone I would date. Huh. General Dalton is known as Jaegerin's second in command by nearly every vampire. Whatever, it's settled. I won't discuss it any further. Let's get Everett and De Pasquale. I don't know how to say this name at all. De Pasquale? De Pasquale. Maybe? In here, sort out. Is it French? I have no idea. What the heck? Sort out the particulars. One of my guards leaves to fetch them. Martinez takes advantage of the pause to whisper to Harrison, apparently forgetting about my hearing power. Harrison's narrowed eyes are glued on me. If we're not going to Laos, we should get the machines ready to kill this vampire fuck. Let's see if he survives getting turned into hamburger. Harrison makes an obnoxious smile. I'll send them both nightmares once these shackles are removed. The penetrating glower Dusty has fixed on them pleases me. At least we have that in common. Nice plane. Wow, this is nice. There's croissants? They got croissants on this flight? Oh, hell yeah. This is great. Eat up, Thalos! Wait, can he even eat human food, or does it have to be blood? Anyway. A day later, I have a passport. I'm placed on a private jet with Dusty, the two operatives who form the rest of our team, and several uniformed guards. We're traveling in such an extravagant style. I knew Jaegerin had resources, but I didn't realize the extent. This is how CEOs of Fortune 500 companies travel. I should know, I'm one of them. They didn't remove my shackles at any point. Do they expect me to wear them at the gala? Of course, they're trying to get laid. Everyone knows that's what you feed people to get laid. Oh man, I miss croissants. I used to have croissants like every day, but now I'm on a weird diet, so I don't think I can eat them. I miss croissants. Croissant. Croissant. I miss croissant. I put this aside and tried to allow the software of the jet engine to lull me to sleep. Talos. Huh? I was in the first stages of sleep, but I'm now full awake. There are two Dusties before me. The one in my mind's eye and the one seated on the leather swivel chair on the plane across from me. Talos. I wasn't reading his mind. He's yelling his thoughts to me while keeping me locked in his gaze. Yes, Dusty? Talos? I close my eyes to see him only as he appears in my mind. I hear you. So you can really read my mind? I hadn't been, but you got my attention. That dream I had where I saw you, was that really you? I'm so glad to talk to him, even if it's through furtive thoughts on a quiet plane. You were crying. I hugged you. Don't ever do that again! I didn't know it was real. That isn't typical between a vampire and familiar. What are you talking about? This report. It's true we can share thoughts, but it's usually more difficult. I've never shared a dream with a familiar before. You're lying. I have no reason to lie. Isn't the vampire-familiar connection well documented by Jaegerin? Telepathy, yes, but the sharing of dreams? It happens with you because you're him, Talos. There's a ton of weird exceptions when it comes to you. You can go out... Okay, see, look. See? See? You can go out into the sunlight, you can turn into mist, you can heal people and walk up walls. So since he's the first vampire, apparently, allegedly, he's the first vampire, so he can do a bunch of other shit that other vampires can't. So that explains it. You can heal people and walk up walls. Dusty, I swear to you, for all the many eons of my existence, I have never shared a dream with a familiar. Why did it happen between us? I don't know. You think our connection is extra special or some shit? Let me tell you something. All I want to do is kill Johan and then kill you. I know. Again, his youth betrays him. If he had more wisdom, he'd know no good will come from a threat to my life. He needs me. He should curry my allegiance. Then you won't have this bullshit power over me. I'll be free. I won't be distracted by all this crap you put in my head when I'm trying to fix things. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. He turns people into vamps by sucking on their butts. Very unique. Yeah, sure. I can see that. That doesn't make it any better. My mom is dead. I'm supposed to lead now. You have any idea how fucking hard this is? I'm here for you, Dusty. He wants to spew more venom at me, but I realize I've said exactly what he needed to hear. I peek at the Dusty sitting before me. His face is crumbling with emotion. I'll help you. Help me kill him. That's what I intend to do. He starts to cry, both in my mind's eye and reality. The poor man hasn't had time to grieve. He's lost his mother, the one person he thought would always be there for him. Tears of blood begin to build behind my eyes. At the same time, I grow protective. Two operatives shouldn't see their leader like this. I try to distract him. When I pretended to lift the curse from you back in the university, why did you play along? You saved Luca's life. Thank you for that. He hesitates to answer while avoiding my eyes. What's the meaning of this? I wasn't trying to save anyone's life. About that, the thing is... He chooses his words so carefully. He's fumbling, almost obviously. I didn't expect my question to fluster him. Perhaps he's not ready to admit he's not as ruthless as his mother. At least not to me. I want to hope this is true, but something else appears to be in play here. Something I can't decipher even with our minds linked. I mean, obviously I had to pretend I was cured. I didn't want Harrison knowing I was under your power. It's such a reasonable answer. Why does it sound like a lie? Still, the tension between him and Harrison is obvious. He grows more confident in his story as he continues. I knew the curse couldn't be lifted, at least not by a normal vampire. My whole future was going to be destroyed. I would never be able to lead Jaeger if I was under the power of a vampire, especially you. Harrison couldn't know. You gave me a way to hide it from him, and I took it. That was some exceptional quick thinking, Dusty. Well, I'm not an idiot, you know. Why would he become defensive? He wouldn't be on guard if he'd spoken the truth. So what's the real reason for his covering for me? His subterfuge so intrigues me I'm almost compelled to press him further, but it's not the time to indulge my curiosity. I wasn't implying you were, Dusty, but you may be surrounded by some. Harrison and Martinez are disloyal. You don't think I know that? There are tons of problems I have to deal with now. I want to help you. Why? You don't even know me. We're connected as master and servant. I'm the master and you're the servant, and I told you to call me master, not Dusty. He'd forgotten that. My words reminded him. It still strikes me as the foolish demand of a man-child. I went into that university with the intention of saving a life. I was going to give Milo back his health in exchange for his love. He knew I wanted more than a servant. He accepted this as his means to survive. His parents accepted it. Then you walked in and I was enchanted. You were exactly what I hoped for, Dusty. Stop. Very well. I mean, don't stop right this second. Just finish what you were going to say and then stop. He presumed I would continue despite his protest. He wanted me to assume control. But no, how could I behave that way toward a man so deep in his grief? I want to prove my loyalty to him. I bit you with the intention of taking you as my lover. You'd be the one to end my lonesomeness, the one for me to cherish. If it wasn't for your position and the danger I caused to my sect, I wouldn't regret the ritual, Dusty. You're exactly what I've always wanted. What? I can't help but be enamored with you. Our connection has only amplified this. How dare you? I don't consent to any of that. The words sting as hard as a slap to the face. I'd forgotten myself and was rightfully checked. I lost any choice I had in this the second I was forced to swallow your blood. You want someone to love you against their will? Is that how you are? Damn, I almost can't bear to hear these truths. Where did the man-child go? He has more wisdom than I gave him credit for. This isn't right. It isn't fair. It was a mistake. I wish I could undo it for you, but I can't. Yet you plan on capitalizing on it? And you said you were good now? I'd become ill. I was completely unprepared for his attack, like a lovesick fool, and yet the next words leave my thoughts before I can stop them. You could find solace in our connection. Solace with a vampire? I never want to be close to one of you. All I want is to kill you, you disgusting monster. You made my whole life stupid and complicated right when I needed to be strong. I had been secretly hoping love would bloom between us. I might not have admitted it even to myself, but now all the hope for such a thing had been dashed. I'm just as distraught as I would be if he dumped me. I dare not pursue Dusty that way. It would be despicable for me to even consider it. He's made that clear. A stake to the heart would have been more subtle. All that remains between us is my obligation to him. I'll compensate you for the pain I've caused. I'll be your devoted servant in the exact manner you wish. My slave! Yes. And nothing else is going to happen between us. Ever. Yes. I can barely speak past the lump in my throat. Yes, master. Why do I constantly expose my heart to pain? All the eons I've existed were no match for a beautiful face and gorgeous body. The crash back down to earth is brutal. Aw, he looks so sad. He was never meant to belong to me. We're stationed on these rooftops here, here, and here. Ground troops are below, close to the exits. Report in every 10 minutes. Things go south, you say. Is it cold in here? You must remove these shackles. I'm getting to that. If Strix transforms, the mission is aborted. We raid the hotel. You got that, vampire? I draw breath to answer. If he runs or even goes out of sight, we raid. Got it? This time I don't bother. This isn't your chance to escape. You run and we kill every vampire in this place. I will obey Dusty and remain in his line of sight. Let's go. Ah, there's the man of the hour. I'm so glad you made it, Mr. Thalos. I have guests, Mr. and Mrs. Jones and my date, Dusty. Enchanted. Go right in. Oh, they're wearing outfits. Oh. Nice outfits. Why is his bow tie white? I guess it's a choice. I like his outfit. This is nice. I like this. This is good. You didn't have to say I was your date. It's assumed and I had to state why you were with me. My heart is still wounded. Why aren't you in the closet? Why aren't you in the closet? What kind of closet does he mean? Is it the gay closet? Oh, okay. I've lived too long for such nonsense. The hotel rooms are up these stairs. You'll be stopped if you try to go up alone. I'll escort you once I've put in an appearance at the gala. What are we supposed to do while you're smoozing? Mingle, have some wine, eat something. It'll be easier to approach if it's just me and Dusty. Why is there so much food? Most of these guests are mortal. Really? Who's coming to this thing? The administrative staff, familiars, friends of vampires, as well as business associates who have no idea what kind of hotel this is or that vampires even exist. Jesus. We need to report in. Better not give us a reason to raid this place. I won't. Might as well try some of this food, huh? I mean, look at this spread. I'm starving. Look at them in their little outfits. So cute. So, this is how you lived? Tuxedos and fancy parties like you see in old movies? Every word is laced with ire, but his curiosity about me is genuine. Not really. I wasn't planning to attend this gala. I'm too busy. The truth is my days were filled with work. Building blood hotels? Among other things. The more places available with vampires to feed legally, the less of a need for them to victimize people. I'm sure you make a pretty penny. I'm not motivated by money. Aren't you? My goal is a world where vampires and mortals can live together in peace. It starts... Oh, sorry, I burped a little bit. It starts with a treaty between vampires and Jägerin. Kind of hard to sign a treaty with the creatures we've sworn to destroy. Your charter is outdated and long overdue for a change. Shut the fuck up. A vampire just killed my mom. If anything, we should be declaring war. Please, no, I beg you. You let my words permeate him. His face softens. At least I can hold out hope he didn't mean what he said. Johann kills 100 people a night. Just like you used to. I never killed that many people in one night. That's a lie. I'd been greedy many times during my existence, but this was all prehistory. Not even Jaeger knows of how evil I'd once been. And there's nothing between Dusty and I to warrant confiding in him. You killed plenty. True. Thalos, darling, it's been too long. Madame Poe? Pow? Poe? Pooh? Probably Poe. You look beautiful. And you look happy. It does my heart good to see it. Who is this with you? A new lover, I hope? Dusty, my boyfriend. The cover story is awkward now, but I'm sure Madame Poe knows who he really is. Dusty resists grimacing at the introduction. Oh, you did find someone then. How marvelous. You were so lonely. Do be good to him, Dusty. He's a sentimental one, our Thalos. His heart can break so easily. Call me sometime and let's catch up. Absolutely, dear. You didn't ask her about Johann. She won't know anything. I'm not seeing any viable contacts on the... How long have you been single? Oh? Oh, is that interest in Thalos' love life I hear? Oh, Dusty? Too long. Was it really that hard for you to find someone? Not hard, complicated. I'm not compatible with any of the vampires who share my values for a variety of reasons. That leaves mortals. Most don't know that vampires exist. Even when they learn of us, they don't comprehend the intricacies of our kind, of me in particular. It can be difficult to justify taking a lover who has such little power in the relationship. What are you talking about? My concerns are foolish to you because you're part of the same world as me. You don't know how hard it is to initiate a true outsider to turn their world upside down. Vampires have always been a reality in your life. And there it was. I'd just given myself clarity on the appeal of Dusty. In nearly all ways that mattered, he was both my equal and my peer. We were natives of the same underworld. There was also the fact that I was busy with work. I wouldn't have been a good partner to someone because I had so little time to spare. You have time now. But I'm with you now. No, you're not! I legitimately didn't mean to imply what he assumed. The hope for us was so eradicated in my heart that I spoke without considering it. Yet he's still preoccupied with this? I meant Jägerin. I can't be in a relationship while I'm prisoner and a slave. Right. Keep in mind I meant slave as in servant, not some S&M bondage thing. Are you joking with me? He looks away, embarrassed and angry at himself. I want to reassure him. Of course he'd grow comfortable with me quickly. That was the nature of our sacred connection. You don't need to be on guard, Dusty. You made our arrangement perfectly clear on the plane. I will respect your boundaries. Aww. Let's go talk to Michael over there. Fine. The orchestra has received a special request by Madame Poe. Here is Vienna blood for Thalos and his new boyfriend, Dusty. Oh shit. What the hell? There's no doubt that Madame Poe knows who Dusty is now. She's being vindictive. They expect us to dance? We don't have to. Let me just... No, it's fine. I freeze with my glare locked on him. I hadn't allowed myself to dream of a dance with Dusty because such thoughts had become painful. But it's fine? Fine? What was he playing at? Let's dance. It's a waltz, do you? I know how to waltz. I brace myself with a deep breath and lead him onto the dance floor. I can't comprehend his motives. Dusty made it clear that I dare not even think about touching him, much less dancing. I'd accepted my burgeoning feelings would remain forever unrequited, but now he would have us... Oh, shit! Oh, look, they're dancing! Oh, I gotta save this. Look at them dancing! Damn. He so confused me I'd forgotten what happens when master and servant touch. Oh. He so confused me I'd forgotten what happens when master and servant touch? Our hands connect and the sacred report is magnified tenfold, taking half the strength from my legs. I'm ravaged by a sensual flutter in my core and by a surge of euphoric bliss. It's happening! It's happening! Oh my god, it's happening! It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Alright, I'm gonna be on guard. Ruh-roh, Raggy. I repeat, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. It is happening. Anyway. I'd experienced the same with familiars before him, but had it ever been this potent? This staggering? Oh shit, they're getting closer! Time stopped and only the two of us existed in the universe. The sentiment comes off like uninspired song lyrics, and yet there was no more apt way to describe it. I'd tried so hard to distance myself from my desire for this man, and now I'm forced to endure this traumatic intimacy. Why must fate be so cruel to me? I didn't bite him on purpose. Oh, he's blushing too, I think I think I see it. They're both blushing if my eyes do not deceive me. Oh boy. The look in Dusty's eyes tells me he suffers the same dizzying excitement. To his credit, he recovers fast and proceeds with the waltz. I see his throat bob with a gulp and his eyes avoid my own. During the quiet moments at the start, I thought of how beautiful this would have been if Dusty were an enthusiastic and willing familiar. Perhaps Milo would have been just as sweet, though it's hard to fathom that. I might have embraced this pleasure if only it hadn't all gone wrong. Now the silence grows awkward. I clear my throat to break it. I could have demurred, Dusty. We didn't have to. As long as you understand it doesn't mean anything, then there's no point to me suffering. I blink. Suffering? Suffering from wanting to be close to you and not being able to. That's the curse you put on me. Aww. Fuck. That's what motivated him? He seeks to alleviate his longing for me with no regard to how this devastates me? How is this fair? How is it right? He's sticking his bare ass through the brick wall I've been forbidden to breach. The comedy of that image is unintentional. I simply put the way I feel taunted into words. I am a gay vampire after all. That's so meta. This is great. I love this already. This is good. You realize you're turning this into a curse for me also, since we can never grow closer. You deserve to be cursed. That did it. I was hurt, horny, hungry, cranky, and I lashed out before I could stop myself. How long are you going to punish me, Dusty? I was trying to save a life. What did you expect, vamp? His quick retort makes me swallow down a mouthful of ire. You turned me into an obsessed fanboy stalker for you, but it can't ever turn into something real because you're a scumbag vampire. I'm never going to love you. All I can do is try to take the edge off. Checked again and it stung less now. This new master manipulated me effortlessly. I can't even argue with his deliberate cruelty toward me. His logic was sound. We could be friends, Dusty. Mom always said never get attached to a vampire. It just makes it harder to kill them later. Except you can't kill me. Your organization has tried before for decades. Even I don't know how to kill me. Couldn't you make an exception? Oh, couldn't you make an exception? Because I'm your familiar? Yes, and because we must work together. You never made a friend with a vampire at the university? Professors don't fraternize with students, especially not at a prestigious school like that. And stop reminding me that I've lost the chance to finish my degree. No, I refused to add that to my list of crimes against him. He'd go back to school after he finished with Johann, just as Dalton said. You could use a friend like me right now, Dusty. The longing, aching sigh betrays all the shrewdness he was trying to broadcast. The longer we're together, the more his defenses fray. It becomes harder for him to hide his response to my presence by the minute. Quit trying to seduce me, vamp. My eyes widen. I wasn't. I'm busy being offended by the accusation when I realize his sly grin. He was joking with me again. Still, I'm not pursuing you that way, Dusty. Please believe me. You made it clear that my advances are not. Bullshit. The second you touched my hand, you sent me to La La Land. That happens automatically between familiars and... Shut up. You're so obvious. Horny old vampire creep. More joking? You dress like this even when you're not at a gala. You're constantly on the make. No one just wakes up looking like that. Do you have a butler dress you or something? What exactly are you going for? Goth pimp? I purse my lips to resist engaging him. It's clear that the mostly harmless ribbing is only acceptable when he's dishing and I'm taking. While it's an encouraging signal, I dare not spar with him in kind. He can flaunt his power over me at any moment and knock me back down to my proper place beneath him. I experienced his vicious tongue enough on the plane to fear it. Yes, my pride is that easily wounded, as is my heart, which is now in the hands of a fickle man who sees no reason to handle it with care. Thoroughly bested, I try to lose myself to the dance. He's not the only one who can seek refuge from their suffering. Dusty keeps in step with me, effortlessly matching the rhythm. His body is close enough to mine for me to feel his warmth, to smell the hint of his cologne. It's the same pleasant sandalwood aftershave Kassem wears. Oh. Told you he was a bada. We'll see. Well, I'm still not completely convinced, but we'll see, we'll see. I become wholly and helplessly enraptured. I can't fault myself for what I feel, only my actions, which I shall control. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button again. There is no way I could suppress the gushing warmth in my middle, the heady rapture of tasting the air expelled from his breath. Even without the hope of a relationship, I am utterly beset by him. Who taught you how to waltz so well, you enchanting man? Truly, Yagrin has devised the most impressive torture for me yet. Aw. He literally said when he's giving and I'm taking. It don't get more clear than that. He's talking about the jabs, the jokes and insults that Dusty is throwing at him. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Exactly, the jabs of his loins. No, 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 not those jabs. We'll see in the future. I'm sure. The vampire we need to speak to is Williams. I had the desk call up to his room. He'll receive us. Good, let's go. By us, I mean Dusty and me, no one else. No dice. He'll be more likely to talk if there's fewer people. You're not taking Dusty up there alone. Just a minute. Our primary mission is to keep you safe. Our mission is to find out where Johann is. There's no danger here. Says the vampire, you'd make a hell of a valuable hostage, Dusty. Except that Yagrin never negotiates with vampires, and you'll murder every one of us in this building if I betray you. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about whatever dickhole vampire you're going to see. It's pleasing to know a Yagrin operative is not worried about me. I'd gone from a rabid badger to a domesticated cat in the span of 200 years. I don't need a fucking chaperone. I've had more than enough training. Let's see what General Dalton says. I'm in charge of this mission. You two can wait outside the door. Done. Let's go. If you let something happen to Dusty, these aren't the only vampires we plan on killing. I'm well aware if you or everyone at your college dies too. I know. The two of you need to stay out of sight. 10 minutes. Have our people watching the balcony. Come in! Talos, darling! Alana, Noma. Enjoy your canapes, ladies? I'll just be a moment. What's a canape? I'm learning so many new words! Canape. A small piece of bread or pastry with a savory topping, often served with drinks at a reception or formal party. So like hors d'oeuvres. Canape is a type of hors d'oeuvre, yeah. Hors d'oeuvre. They look good. I want some. I'll just be a moment. Oh god, okay, hello, Mr. Mustache. He's also got weird thigh bands. My, can it be that you finally found a lover, Thalos? This is Dusty, I'm Dusty Holbrook. I know, dear lad, but Thalos can attest that I'm always happy to play along. This is Williams, Dusty. Frederick Williams, the vampire banker. Marvelous, you've done your homework. Take your food into the kitchenette, my dears. Go and feast for a while. Build up those platelets for me. Oh, sure. I'll close the door. Have you gotten us a treaty, Thalos? I'm working on it. You're safe, Fred. Johann's the one we're after. What a sad state of affairs when a vampire must work with the hunters to go after one of our own. He must be destroyed. He's ruining everything we've worked for. I say we for the benefit of Dusty. Williams has never been part of my sect. I'm not entirely sure where he stands. I know this. Are you doing business with him? If got a lot of nerve to ask that without a treaty in place. You want my help? Get rid of the stake with my name on it. All in good time, Fred, please. Where is he? You know what's worse than getting staked? Writhing in Johann's sunroom for the rest of my existence. He'll never get the chance. Our entire organization is focused on dusting him. He means it, Fred. Johann killed Deborah. Damn, I'd no idea. I commend him for hiding his joy in front of her son. This is off the record. You never spoke to me. Don't go mentioning my name in any damned Jaegerin emails. I'll see to it they don't. Jakarta. Amapalsu? Jakarta's all I know. Now if you'll excuse me, my food's getting cold. The troops will head back to New York. Your team can head to Jakarta for reconnaissance. We'll coordinate our next move when you get back. What about the vampire? My status beneath them is reiterated each time they refer to me in third person. He's coming back with us. Not yet. I know where to look in Jakarta. You can tell us. I have contacts in the city who will only speak to me. Bullshit. What if it's not? It's dangerous to travel with him. I'm not a danger to any of you. Isn't that clear by now? We could lose him. I could have escaped already if I wanted to. You have leverage over me. I say he comes with us. If we hit a dead end in Jakarta because we need him, it will be a wasted trip. You better prove you're as valuable to the mission as you claim. I just got you Johann's location. He's not going to attack us, and I won't let him escape. We'll verify the lead in Jakarta and head back with him to base. Randy, Sarah, you good with this? He's the boss. Coordinate with Carlos to get your flights for tomorrow. The rest of you move out. I'm exhausted. At least we didn't have to get a hotel somewhere else. Thanks for the sweet vamp. I don't consider vamp a slur, despite that being his intention. I've been called far worse. You're welcome. Are we? Yes, this is a normal hotel as well as a blood one. Pity we can't kill a few vampires while we're here. Joking. Hey, the minibar is full. You're welcome to order room service. Let's get dinner. You two can have this room. I'll set up in the other bedroom. Take a look at the menu first. Hold it, vampire. Let's see your wrists. Oh wow, she looks different when she's not in a dress. She brandishes the silver cross shackles. Symbols of my imprisonment cause a lurch in my stomach each time I see them. At least without them I could forget about the torture they had planned for me. But I need to shower and dress myself. You think you're just going to wander out of sight while you're able to transform? He's not going to run. The shackles aren't practical right now. Sure thing. Thank you. Thanks for the sweet. Aww. It's time for you to tell us what you know. We can't go into this blind. Heard Johann bought a garment factory in Jakarta in the 1950s in the Nama Palsu sub-district. Is this it? Yes, in the center, one building in. Damn, these satellite photos are 3 years old. You think he still owns the factory? Most likely. 70 years isn't much to a vampire. We tend to maintain our holdings long term. True. A factory is a good setup to kill 100 people a night. Jakarta isn't the sort of city where you could get away with that for long. Unless he's bringing people in from the other islands. It should only be a 4-hour flight. We'll leave in the morning. Snoop around, head home. We should plan to spend a night there watching the factory. This looks like indoor parking for a mall across the street. You could set up for reconnaissance there. That's way too close. Is it? We don't know what kind of security net he has, and we're going to stick out as foreigners in Indonesia. Let's just confirm these satellite photos for a strike and get out. He might not be there. We need to see people being delivered. That will happen in the evening. The evening is when all his vampire thugs are active. You don't think they'd watch the lot across the street? We need to be sure this is the right place, or going there is pointless. This is our chance to find him. I can do the reconnaissance in my vapor form. There's no need for the rest of you to. You're not authorized to transform. We see what we see on a drive-by during the day and go home. No, we find out for sure if he's there, then we maintain our position until reinforcements arrive. That's not the plan General Dalton authorized. I don't have to get authorization from him. We can't risk losing Johann again once we found him. This plan ups the risk of quotient beyond an acceptable level. Why are you saying this? How can it be so dangerous we can't even watch from another building? Because of what happened in Canada. To Deborah? Deborah wasn't the only casualty. We lost over 50 operatives there. Then, he has an army now? No, her team was disintegrated around her, all of them except her. There weren't even bodies to retrieve. What do you mean by disintegrated? From the corner of my eye, I see Dusty's pain expression. It troubles me to continue pressing for details in front of him, but I've realized just how little I know about Johann now. He has some kind of weapon that incinerates everything in a large area. We're talking thousands of degrees. Some of the scorched ground had turned to glass. That doesn't make any sense. The point is, we underestimated him before and people died. It's not safe to stake out his factory. Then what's the point of even going there? Randy, Sarah. They bristle at my saying their first names. You must be more flexible about me using my powers. Sarah stiffens. I could go into the factory. I could find out where they're taking people. I could gather all the information we need without any risk to your lives. And then you drift away and we're on the hook for losing you. You could fly away right now. Oh, he could fly away right now. This is his hotel. He has all the support he needs to escape. Why would he wait until we're in a different country? Silence follows his logical assertion. Dusty's momentum builds. The whole point of bringing him is so he can help. Let him help. I'm not worried about him turning to vapor. I'm worried about Johann doing that or whatever he does to keep getting away. I want to end this. We have a lead. He doesn't know we're coming. Let's find him and hang on to him until we can launch another strike. And when he uses the weapon again, I could search for that and disable it. You don't know what you're looking for. No one's seen it. The flames came out of nowhere. The hideous thought that Johann had consumed so much blood he had new powers surfaces and then dissipates. No, it's unheard of. It must be some modern mortal weapon. All the more reason for me to infiltrate his base and gather information. Okay, so in my report, I'm going to say that we're stalking out Johann's factory, allowing Thalos to go off by himself as mist, and we're not coming back once we find Johann as ordered. Anything else to add to our court-martial transcripts? Don't include our plan in your report. We haven't done any of that yet. Who knows what we'll find in Jakarta. Don't get Dalton on my ass before we've even gotten there. Yes, sir. Because he might talk some sense into you. Randy, you need to think this through. This isn't how we operate. And we keep losing him. Now he's upped the stakes. We can't let him get away. I know, and I know what this means to you. It's just putting our lives in the hands of a vampire, especially this vampire, goes against everything we stand for. Desperate times require I trust Thalos. Oh shit. I trust Thalos. Sarah stops typing. It becomes so quiet you can hear the hum of electricity through the walls. The trust was already there, unspoken and illicit. He put it in words not just before me, but in front of his operatives, and I'm stricken to my core. For the first time, he's acknowledged the nature of our alliance. I can't help but become sentimental. I want to let my hope for us renew, but I dare not. I refuse to expose myself to more excruciating rejection. Randy takes a deep breath and joins Sarah on the side of her bed. I'm grateful he stopped arguing. Dusty questions his choices enough without their lack of faith. Yes, I've become protective of him. He turns to me but avoids my eyes. Don't make me regret it. I promise I won't, Dusty. He nods absently as though my proclamation were unnecessary. After that, we went to bed. In scant hours it was morning, and we were on a plane far less pleasant than the jet we'd taken previously. The need for a fast flight meant riding coach. I tried to put aside my growling discomfort and focus on the bigger picture. But then we were stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. I was now sticky with sweat and painfully ravenous. I wish I'd forced Kassem to give me more blood when I had the chance. We managed to find lodging in the Nama Policy District not far from the factory, but only a single room with 2 queens was available. Oh shit. I refused to let the thought of sharing a bed with Dusty to germinate in my mind. There was no purpose to add to my displeasure. Obviously, I was destined to sleep on the floor. I'm ordering dinner. Oh god, yes, order me 3 sparkling waters. I'm dying of thirst. So am I. Fuck off. Dusty, close the balcony door. You're letting the heat in. I can see the factory from here. You can? Oh, just a sec. That must be our food. There's no view of the street. Yeah, but see through the windows? The factory is still in operation. A familiar scent wafts to my nostrils, making my mouth water. I smell blood, Dusty. Yeah, from the factory? Good evening, sir, madam. Oh good, my water. Lamb flambe. Time seemed to slow as the nightmare unfurled. Uh-oh. First, I realized the stench of blood was coming from the hotel corridor. Next, I recognized the man's voice. Flambe? We didn't order. Get behind me. Randy, Sarah, get away from... Oh, shit. Whoa, he has wings? Aye? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Randy, aye! Look at his nipple. Is there a way to see it without without the thing? Wait, let me save. What does home do? Oh, return to the main menu. Maybe there's no way to put it down. No! Me, join stream, Peachy, fuck off, me, okay, leaves, flies away with Randy. That's not Randy! Randy just got incinerated. Hello, Mushy, welcome to Vampire Slave. We're playing a yaoi visual novel because I can do what I want. And it's Mystery Monday. What a mystery this is, huh? No! I can't fly fast enough while carrying Dusty. My legs are seared. I dodge a fireball as big as a cauldron, but it clips my wing. We're falling. Falling! Oh, I got another achievement. To be continued. Wait, what? Falling. To be what? What? That's it? What? No, 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 that can't be it. What? There's gotta be more. It was just getting good. Yaoi visual novel, Vampire Slave. That's it? Hang on, we gotta look for part 2. A quiet cat girl. The opposite of me. A loudmouth cat boy. I don't know their names. All I know is someone's screaming right now. Cliffhanger, yeah. Can I skip the... Oh. Oh! Vampire Slave Chapter 2 to 4 is out now. Continue. If you enjoyed Vampire Slave Chapter 1, consider checking out other titles. Ooh! Ooh, don't mind if I do. My magical demon lover? I'm not interested in superheroes. To trust an incubus? Sentimental Trickster was on my list. Maelstrom? Look at all this clashing. What is this? What the heck? Is there story page closer to return to the title screen? Eh? Wait, okay, hang on. I'm gonna put up the break sign for a second, but I'm still here, okay? I'm going on Steam. And I'm going to look up chapter 2. Oh, there's more. Vampire Slave 2? Huh. Well, they cost $5 a pop, so if we want to continue the story, we have to get $5 somehow. I'm saving up for something, so I don't know if I'll spend it or not. Alright, well, let's see. Let's exit for now. Exit Kanape. We have 7 minutes. I guess we could end stream. Or we could do a vampire quiz. There were chapters to the right on the homepage. Oh, but I only have chapter 1. Hang on, let me open up Steam again. Open up the game again. I don't think I bought all the chapters. I think I just bought chapter 1. Yeah, Vampire Slave 1. Maybe you don't have to pay for the first 4? Hell of a marketing scheme, yeah. Chapter 2? Oh good, ad box has been updated. Yeah, see, it takes you to the Steam homepage. I have to buy it. If someone wants to make a generous donation sometime. Oh look, they're kissing! No! Spoilers! Spoilers! Yeah! They're kissing on stream! Interesting, interesting. Here. You... Oh, I still have it open. Going. I determine if you are straight in one question. Based on your McDonald's order. Wow, there's a lot of interesting ones. Which cat reaction photo are you? Let's do that one instead. Enter your name. Piss. Boing. A Onceler quiz if you want to take it. Winter. A word you like the sound of. I like melody. Popular sport. Volleyball, baby. High Q. Choose color. Pink. There's no pink, so I'll choose red. It's the closest one. Choose sweet, salty, sour, spicy, citrus, greasy, flavorful, bitter. I like sweet things. I love cake. Choose a Greek god. Athena. She's like the wisdom one. She's wise. You have 10 seconds. Choose. Go, 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 go. Cat face. Sorry, LOL. Pick stereotypical power. Hell of a marketing scheme. Yes. Maybe you don't have to pay for the first 4. You have to pay for the first 4. I think there's only 4 chapters in total, and you have to pay for all of them. Spoilies! How indecent! Yes. Pick a stereotypical power. I wanna teleport places. Are you doing okay? No. You said no for your sound better to spend here. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's sort of changed. I don't know what this many it takes. Thank you for the quiz, yeah. It was pretty fun. This little happy meow meow. Look at this little happy meow meow. Aw, I resonate with this picture. This is a good reaction picture. Peaceful. Pleasant. Oh wow, it's the most boy oi 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 oi. No work, just meow meow. Silly little guy, angry guy. I got the most popular one. Interesting, interesting. Well, anyway. Time to end stream. Oh, oops. There's my Steam. There's no sensitive information on there, right? Probably not. You can just see all the games I have and haven't played yet. All right. Let's see here. Here's where else you can find me on the internet. Nyan. I have a Ko-fi and a TikTok and an art and writing Twitter /X, whatever it's called now. This was the stream schedule. Today was Mystery Monday. Who knows what we'll play for Wildcard Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed. And this is the Mushy Peaches YouTube channel. Please watch our videos. They're very funny. Go watch them all. I think we probably have, what, like... maybe like 20 videos now? I don't know how long we've been doing it, but there's new videos every week, and we've been doing it for a couple months at least. Go check it out, Nyan. You won't regret it. That's all for me. Good night. Thank you for the stream. It was fun. I've seen a bunch. They're good. Yeah. Mushy does like all the editing and all the stuff, so thank you, Mushy. Thank you, Mushy. I love you. Okay. So, yeah, I'll see you all on Wednesday. 30 plus? Oh, wow. Do you know how many videos my YouTube channel has? Let's check. I don't know how to check. Here we go. 266 videos on the Kitty Cat Peach Plays channel. Anyway. Wow, 266 videos sure is a lot, isn't it? Like 32-ish, I think. Might include the ones that aren't public yet, though. Oh. Good night. Good night. I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.